Thank you, people, and thank you. This is the Calvin Dean Show, sponsored by the NFL Network. And yes, Calvin Dean himself, welcome to my Super Bowl 20 post show. And man, do we have a show for you guys today. I mean, this is amazing. Well, if you listen to my Super Bowl show, all right, if you listen to it, you would hear me literally play blow by blow what was going to happen in the Super Bowl. The only thing I got wrong, I said that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would win by 17 points, and they won by 12. But, I was like all over that. And I also predicted that Patrick Mahomes would throw for 2 interceptions. I went over the left tackle of the Kansas City Chiefs being hurt in the Buffalo game, tearing his Achilles tendon, which is huge. I mean, they were just outnumbered. They just couldn't generate any blocking at all. And the front floor was just teeing off on Mahomes. I've never seen Mahomes run for his life so much in my whole entire time I've been watching Patrick Mahomes play. He's that gunslinger. He's that Brett Favre type of player. He likes to run around and just go for the big play. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense was just amazing. I mean, for number one, every time he threw, he was either getting hit or running for his life. They didn't do enough rushing. If they rushed more, Kansas City, it would have been a better game for them, but they didn't. They scored absolutely no touchdowns. I'm telling you something. There's, some people say that Kansas City is the best offense in the league. Well, if they're the best offense in the league, mind you, then Tampa Bay must be the best defense in the league. Am I right or right on that one, huh? So let's go over the game. Why don't we do that? Okay, everyone. Now remember that I did predict the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And I also said that, I'll remind everyone again. I just have to. Mahomes would have 2 interceptions, which he did. And I even said that Brady would be on fire. He would be on point. And what happened? Mr. Tom Brady wins the MVP of the game. And the Buccaneers beat the Kansas City Chiefs by 12 points, 31-9. And man, I'll tell you, I am so sorry for all you Kansas City Chiefs fans. But, there's only one game, only one team wins, and Mr. Tom Brady said he will be back next year. Same with Gronk, same with all their players. I think they'll keep all their players for one more year. I think a lot of the players want to stick with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because, you got the GOAT, man. You have Mr. Tom Brady, 7 NFL championships out of 10. He's been there 10 times. Won 7 out of 10. That's 70%. That's unheard of. The guy's 43 years old. And he's great. Everyone said, he's an institutional player. He only could play for the New England Patriots because, blah, 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 blah. He goes to a team that is the direct opposite offense of the New England Patriots. Direct opposite. And he lights it up. And he brings that team to the national title. And then he wins the game, gets the MVP, mind you. He brings on Gronk. Gronk has 2 touchdowns in this game. Amazing. And then he even brought in Mr. A.B., Antonio Brown, who also had a touchdown. And then he convinced Leonard Fournette from the Jacksonville Jags, after the Jacksonville Jags, mind you, let him go, okay? The Jacksonville Jags let Leonard Fournette go. Can you believe that? How do you feel? How do you feel now, Jacksonville? I mean, think about it. He could have been the MVP of the game. That guy was amazing. I mean, scored a touchdown. He wouldn't get stopped. He was just phenomenal. And hats off. So, I mean, I see all the players coming back. I do see them coming back. That's for sure. And let's take a time out for a little bit here. And let's go over the whole entire game, mind you. I mean, think about it. And mind you, Patrick Mahomes is, after the game, just yesterday he went into surgery because of his toe. He had hurt his toe earlier in the year, and it just progressed, and they needed a turf toe. And he's, I hope Patrick the best. He'll come back a fighter. I think the Chiefs will probably be in the Super Bowl again next year. That's for sure. They have a great team. But they learned a lot. That's for sure. And I think, there's some things going on in the NFL, guys. I mean, this is going to be an interesting offseason because the acquisitions are just going nuts. I mean, the Los Angeles Rams, they now have Matthew Stafford. How about that? I mean, that's just amazing, And then you have the Houston Texans telling everyone they're going to keep Mr. Watson, but I don't believe that at all. I think they're going to trade up with the Jets. I think the Jets will get Mr. Watson. That's just my opinion. And then the next thing that, we could talk, I mean, there's so much talk. I mean, Drew Brees will be back. How about that? They restructured his contract, and Drew Brees will be back. That's scary. Think about it. Matthew Stafford, the gunslinger Matthew Stafford on the Los Angeles Rams, mind you. Okay? Wow. I see them as being favorites and going to the playoffs. I definitely will. I can tell you right now, they will be in the playoffs. And man, there's just so much to talk about now. Buffalo has to look at themselves and go, look how Tampa won. And Buffalo's going to have to think deep and see what they need to do to actually get to that next level and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's for sure. And there's just so much stuff going on. I mean, just so much stuff. I mean, we can go on and on and on. And, then we have the NFL draft that will be this spring already. And that's, it's just going to go right into it. So we have a lot to talk about. I mean, think about it. The Jacksonville Jags get, dibs on the first pick of that. So, there is so many different, things you have to fit in this year. And there's going to be a lot of acquisitions, a lot of people leaving, think about it. You have Mr. Brown in Seattle, the left tackle. He wants out, And so there's definitely, I mean, and even, what about Russell Wilson? Amazing. Isn't that amazing? There is going to be a ton of talent being let go. And a lot of teams that have a lot of cap space will be buying a lot of players. So you got to watch that, people. It's going to be fun. And I hope everyone's well. I hope they had fun watching the Super Bowl away from people. It was an exciting thing. Hats off to Tom Brady. What a great performance he had. And better luck for Mr. Mahomes. He'll be back. That's for sure. And Bruce Arians. Hats off to you, sir. Hats off. Let's give a little clap for Bruce Arians. Yeah, that's for Bruce Arians, everyone. Guy's 68 years old and wins the Super Bowl, or 66, excuse me. Anyway, just wanted to reiterate Mr. Tom Brady did say he will be back, along with Mr. Gronk. I mean, they're going to have a really hard team to beat, and that defense is just stout. Best defense in the league. I'm telling you, the Tampa Bay Bucks, best defense in the league. And they deserve every bit of praise. They held Patrick Mahomes to 9 points, did not score a touchdown. Wow. Hats off. They're the real MVPs of that game, that's for sure. Okay, people, talk to you next week. We'll go over a lot of stuff that's happening in NFL. Once again, this is Calvin Dean with The Calvin Dean Show, sponsored by the NFL Network. Thank you.